A renowned neurosurgeon walked through the gleaming halls of his hospital, his mind consumed by precision and logic. Every decision he made was calculated, every action methodical. But just as he reached his office, ready to move on to his next patient, a single phone call changed everything. A woman, an old name from his past, had agreed to his unusual proposal. A blind woman, a marriage of convenience, and an operation that could restore her sight. It was a deal, nothing more. A logical arrangement, or so he thought, because when she opened her eyes, she saw more than just the world. She uncovered a truth that had been hidden from her all along. Hello, dear viewer. Thank you for joining us. If this story captivates you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another thrilling and thought-provoking story. Let us know which city you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's dive into this unforgettable tale of memory, love, and a truth too powerful to be erased. Emma Carter sat by the window of her small apartment, her fingers tracing the worn edges of the piano keys, playing a melody she no longer needed to read. It was instinct now, muscle memory. The notes flowed effortlessly, yet something was missing. The world beyond her music remained a mystery. She had lost her sight 5 years ago in an accident that stole more than just her vision. It had taken her dreams, her independence, and the man she had once loved. Liam Carter. The name still carried a sting, a bitter note in a song she wished she could forget. She had tried to rebuild. She had learned to navigate life in darkness, accepting that the world would always be out of reach. But when her doorbell rang that evening, everything she had settled for was about to unravel. The moment she opened the door, the air shifted. She didn't need sight to know who stood before her. Hello, Emma. Her breath hitched. That voice, it had haunted her for years, whispering through faded memories, through sleepless nights of wondering why he had left. Liam, she whispered, fingers gripping the doorframe. It's me. She could hear his breath, the hesitation in his stance. He wasn't sure if she'd slam the door or let him in. She should have slammed the door. But against every rational instinct, she stepped aside. Liam entered, and the scent of clean soap and expensive cologne filled the room. She imagined him standing there, tall, confident, unchanged. But she had changed. She wasn't the same woman he had walked away from. What are you doing here? She finally asked, folding her arms tightly. I came because I have something to offer you, he said, his tone calm yet unreadable. A hollow laugh escaped her lips. You have something to offer? Me, after 5 years? What could you possibly... I can restore your vision, Emma. Silence. For a moment she thought she had misheard. Then the words settled, their weight pressing against her chest. What? She whispered. There's a new surgical procedure, he explained. It's advanced, highly experimental, but it works. I want to perform it on you. I can give you your sight back. Emma's hands trembled. The thought of seeing again, of light, of color, of her reflection in the mirror, was something she had long forced herself to stop wanting. Wanting led to disappointment, but Liam wasn't finished. There's a condition, she stiffened. Of course there is. You have to marry me. The room turned colder. She took a step back, her mind racing. He couldn't be serious. You want me to marry? You in exchange for my eyesight? For 1 year, he clarified. Then we can go our separate ways. Her pulse pounded against her temples. This was insanity. A business arrangement? A transactional marriage? Why? She demanded, searching for some kind of logic in his madness. Liam exhaled, his voice dipping lower. Because I need a wife, Emma. For reasons I can't explain right now. But I swear to you, this isn't about hurting you. It's about helping both of us. Helping me, she laughed bitterly. You disappeared without a word. You left me in the darkest time of my life, literally. And now you're back with an offer I can't refuse. Liam was silent. This is insane, she muttered, turning away. You expect me to trust you after everything? No, he admitted softly. "I don't expect you to trust me, but I'm the only one who can give you your sight back." Her breath hitched. The worst part was that he was right. Emma Carter had spent 5 years in darkness, 5 years depending on others, feeling incomplete, longing for something she believed she would never have again. And now, the man who had once abandoned her was offering her the one thing she had prayed for every night: a marriage of convenience, a trade, her vision for her freedom. It should have been an easy answer. She should have thrown him out, told him to never come back, but she didn't. Instead, she asked the one question she wasn't sure she wanted the answer to. "And if I say no?" A long pause. Then the final blow. "Then you stay in the dark forever." Emma's hands clenched into fists. Damn him. Damn his arrogance. Damn the part of her heart that still remembered what it was like to love him. She took a shaky breath, knowing that whatever choice she made would change everything. Finally, she looked in his direction, unable to see him, but feeling the intensity of his presence. "1 year," she murmured. "No more." Liam exhaled, as if he had been holding his breath all. "A long 1 year." Emma turned away, her fingers brushing the piano keys one last time. She had just made a deal with the devil, and deep down, she feared she would never be the same again. The wedding was beautiful, a picture-perfect illusion of happiness. Golden chandeliers illuminated the grand ballroom, casting a soft glow over the polished marble floors. Rows of elegant white chairs lined the aisle, and a symphony of violins played in the background. Everything about it screamed perfection, everything except the people getting married. Emma Carter stood at the entrance, dressed in a gown that must have cost more than her apartment. The fabric was smooth under her fingertips, but it did nothing to ease the tension tightening in her chest. She couldn't see the lavish decorations, the curious stares of the guests, or the man waiting at the altar. She didn't need to. She could feel the weight of it all. A firm hand touched her arm. "Are you ready?" Sarah's voice was quiet, cautious. She had been against this marriage from the moment Emma had told her. "I don't know," Emma admitted. Her best friend let out a sigh. Then, "Why are you doing this?" Emma's fingers curled into her palm. "Because it's my only chance to see again." And that was the truth. This marriage wasn't about love, redemption, or second chances. It was about a deal. 1 year of marriage in exchange for a surgery that could change her life. Sarah squeezed her hand. "You can still walk away," Emma almost laughed. Could she? She had already signed the marriage contract. The papers were legally binding. There was no turning back. She straightened her shoulders. "Let's get this over with." The ceremony, the moment she stepped forward, the room fell silent. Emma could hear the whispers, the soft gasps. A blind bride. They must have been wondering why a woman like her was marrying a man like Liam Carter. Brilliant, powerful, untouchable. She wondered the same thing. Liam's presence was overwhelming. She could feel him in front of her, standing tall, exuding control. Yet when he took her hands, his touch was cold. "You look beautiful," he said, but his voice was devoid of warmth. "And you sound just as insincere as I expected," she replied, tilting her head toward him. There was a brief pause, then a quiet chuckle, low, almost amused. This wasn't a wedding. It was a performance. The officiant cleared his throat. "Do you, Liam Carter, take Emma Carter to be your lawfully wedded wife?" Wife. The word felt foreign. "I do," Liam answered, his voice smooth, practiced. Emma's breath caught in her throat. This was it. "And do you, Emma Carter, take Liam Carter to be your lawfully wedded husband?" The words stuck in her throat. This wasn't real. This wasn't love. This was a business deal wrapped in white silk and gold rings. But her sight, the possibility of seeing again, was real. "I do," she said. A ring slid onto her finger, cold, unfamiliar. And just like that, she was no longer Emma Carter, the independent woman trying to survive in darkness.